everyone is literally running in their whole world.
Zeba, are you okay? You're being quite philosophical. You know we're supposed to start shooting soon, right?
Right. So,
We are already shooting.
Right, sorry. Hi guys, I'm Zena, your host for Map of Me, Kolkata. Now I'm sure you guys are all pretty energetic this morning, but my friend here seems to be a little bit down. Zeba, what's going on with you?
I don't know. I was pretty thinking that people always have been, planning their career, planning their opportunities, and the whole life long. But what really excites me or makes me curious this morning is, are they really happy? Are you happy?
I'm very happy. I'm plenty happy. I think I'm doing exactly what I was supposed to do. But you know what? I think you're right. There are some people who are not quite on the right path.
That's exactly why someone uses a plan B, I guess. Right? So, let's start our episode on this very topic so that there are other people who can understand that too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, you know what, we should go out and see what the people of Calcutta are doing. Are the Calcutta people on their plan A or plan B? In fact, you know what, I think our friend Rohan can help us out while speaking to someone about their plan B.
Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Map of Me. So I'm Zeba, your host for this episode. Let's talk a little about Map of Me. It's basically a digital youth channel which helps students who have just completed their school find their internship, find their jobs, and most importantly, create their own business. Well, not only that, we are also going to explore Kolkata, feel the super alive vibe, and also understand if it's really safe and get to know about the environment of Kolkata. So stay tuned till the end of the episode because we have some great prizes which you can win by answering just 2 quick questions. So log into www.mapofme.in and be a part of our family right now. You see, all of us have dreamt of a perfect plan since we were a kid. The perfect job, the perfect career plans, and so on. But you see, sometimes we also realize how universe has a complete different plan to our lives. And we are suddenly given a hit of reality check to our expectations. Sometimes it can be an injury. Sometimes the loss of a really close family member. Or, betrayal from a close friend. Or let's talk about office politics and so on. And what we are left at is a very disrupted phase of our life. And then what comes next is the theme of the show today, Plan B. People often say that Plan B is for failures, but you are completely wrong, my dear friends, because you know what? Twitter was actually a Plan B, and see how successful it is right now. So let's meet the people of Kolkata who have to say what they think about Plan B and tell us how they feel. Hello sir, if we can start by asking you about your Plan B.
I want to be a cricketer. My, what would I say that?
Since when did you start having an idea of having a Plan B? मतलब कब से आपको शौक है प्लान ये क्रिकेट का? बचपन से?
बचपन से ही है, बचपन से ही है।
तो आप क्रिकेटर क्यों नहीं चूज कर रहे क्रिकेट? किस चीज़ से डर लगता है या फिर क्या सोचा है?
क्रिकेटर ही बनना है, डर तो किसी चीज़ से लगता नहीं है। बॉल से किसी चीज़ से डर नहीं लगता, पेस से भी डर नहीं लगता। कोई कितनी भी पेस बॉल आए बस खेलना है, पेश करना है, पिच पे रह के बस खेलते रहना है, स्कोर बोर्ड को मूव करना है।
थैंक यू। Kolkatans think about Plan B and what is their point of opinion. So let's actually go to a very young entrepreneur who started their business during the lockdown through a Plan B, and now it is one of the most successful plans they ever made. have Mr. Zaid with us. Hello, sir. If we can start with the first question for the episode, that is, what was your plan B?
How about I show you rather than tell you?
Well, that will be great.
Welcome to Shakes.
Well, that is a great plan B, sir.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome yet again. So, sir, as we have already seen your, plan B, the success rate of it. So, if we can start the whole thing about, you telling us about yourself and what and when did you start this great and marvelous plan of Plan B?
Well, I have to be honest, it happened right after COVID. So, as COVID gave us all a wake-up call, we understood that just one line of business or just putting all your eggs in one basket is not enough.
Right.
We have to diversify, have to venture into different markets.
Exactly.
So this was something which was a lifelong dream, and it came into existence. We had a family brainstorming session, and this is where we decided that we'll go ahead with this.
Right.
So my father being a financier, my mom being the brains behind all the items and the dishes, and my brother and I, we being the boots on the ground. And so we finally were able to get the ball rolling and come up with Shakes.
So we can see how beautiful Shakes and your plan B is working. Well, can you tell us what are the difficulties or the challenges you faced while you shifted from plan A to plan B?
Well, we shifted to plan B because we wanted to expand a little, and the difficulties in plan A were that it is a much more complicated business.
Right.
Being a family business, being in the family for a lot of years, it is much spread out. So we wanted something a little concise, something within the family, something which all of us could do together. So we came up with plan B.
Do you think all the youth or all the young minds indeed should always have a backup or a plan B in their life?
Of course, everyone should have a plan B in life because you never know what turn life is going to take soon.
Exactly.
So plan B is very necessary, but for plan B you have to be a very good multitasker. So one thing is, when you're going for plan B, you should never disregard plan A.
Exactly, right.
So plan B is important, but it shouldn't overshadow
So true.
plan A.
So as you said about multitasking and all of that, so if you can tell us what are the skills really required to have a proper idea or have the confidence to start a plan B?
Well, to start a plan B, all you do need to, as you said, you just need to have the confidence on and the motivation rather. So a plan B, and I think with the plan B for every youth, I think will start from passion.
Exactly, right.
It will start from passion,
Right.
because I don't think anyone will just go and into any field without having passion or without having a real interest in that field.
So as you said, the changing of field, right? So do you advise that someone who is choosing a plan B should be similar to plan A, or it can be a creative or a different path?
I would suggest plan B to be a little different in a different field.
Right.
So not only just because of passion, because it will give you much more exposure as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you get to know a totally different set of people, a totally different population that you did not know existed. You will get to meet them in plan B, because you are stuck in a well in sort of plan A. So once you get out of there, you actually get to see how large the world is.
So again, a different experience that way. So what if your plan B doesn't work? Should there be a plan C?
There obviously has to be a plan C.
Again.
Right, and plan C, maybe plan D as well, but as far as plan C is concerned, plan C obviously has to be the last resort.
Obviously.
So it has to be something which is robust and
Right.
precise. It can't be something you can just get into and get out on your own free
Fluctuative,
will.
yes.
Yeah, it can't be fluctuating. That has to be a last resort sort of thing. The plan C.
So if we can come back to your personal experience again, your personal story, how difficult was it to you when you compare yourself to plan A versus your plan B now?
Well, plan B was difficult, handling plan A full time and then giving more time to plan B. It was difficult, I understand, but obviously I had the support of my brother and my father, and they were really my pillars. So they made it possible for me to get into plan B and take it up and really bring it to a stage where I can say, yes, my plan B today is successful.
We can see that, sir. So the last question, if there's any word of advice you can give to the youth of Map of Me who are really into thinking about plan B or would want some words of encouragement from you.
As far as encouragement is concerned, I think just follow your passion. Follow your passion, because there is where true success lies.
Right.
When you are following your passion, work does not feel like work. It feels like you're enjoying the whole day.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, and as far as motivation is concerned, see, plan A is obviously going to be a pillar, but plan B is actually what is going to help you succeed in life.
True. So thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a pleasure and a great moment for us to have you on our show. Thank you so much. Well, you see, young entrepreneurs are always said to have a pro and a con to their business, because that is exactly where your plan B starts. And you should always not have a dynamic strategy for your entrepreneur skills, because that is exactly how people sometimes fail to see different sides or different phases or different versions of their business ideas. Let's talk about what if you have a business and that is plan A. Your plan B can be on another business. In this case, you do have a plan B, but it is both creative yet similar to what you're already doing. So let's meet our second guest for this episode and see how she can help us be better versions.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, could you start by introducing yourself?
Sure. My name is Brinda Roy. I'm the founder of Pet Mama. Pet Mama is an app-based pet care service in Kolkata. We, of course, plan to expand to other cities in the future. Our mission is to provide end-to-end pet care services for the entire life cycle of a pet. So if you download the Pet Mama app, customers who have pets or have family members who have pets can book services for pet care on the app itself, and we go to your house to provide that service.
That's great. My second question to you is, what was your plan A in life, and do you happen to be living it right now?
My plan A has changed as I have aged.
Okay.
I started off being a student of psychology,
Okay.
and I did want to go into therapy and counseling.
Okay.
Post which I did a master's in international communication. So
Okay.
then my love for communications, PR started. And once I finished my master's in the UK, I came back here. I joined a PR firm. And then I have been in the PR and corporate communications industry for a larger part of my career.
Okay.
But I've always had a great passion for animal welfare,
Okay.
as well as pet care.
Okay.
I've been a pet sibling and pet mama myself for years. And I wanted to do something in that field. I also wanted to have my own company and own organization.
That's great. Yeah.
So that has always been a nagging dream.
Yeah.
And while I enjoyed PR and communications thoroughly, this had always been behind my mind. So yes,
Sure.
I am now,
On your plan A.
yes, my current plan A,
Okay.
and I am living my dream.
Okay. So my following question is, do you think it is necessary and often important to have altering plans or like plan Bs in life?
Absolutely. I think you can't proceed with only one plan.
Yes.
That's too rigid.
Yes.
You have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to change what you want from your life according to the circumstances in which you are placed. And I feel like if you have too rigid a plan, you will face disappointment.
Definitely.
Because failure will happen. That's an inevitability. And when failure happens, you need to be able to adapt. And that's when your plan B, C, D, however many plans you can have comes into effect. Yeah.
Okay. So, as a business owner, what would you think are the 5 major points right at the top of your head that helps somebody to start their own business and sustain it?
One, have an idea that you're truly passionate about, not someone else's idea.
Sure.
When you have your own idea that you love, I think you then are motivated to put everything behind it. Definitely have some capital. I don't want to kind of say that you can do it with nothing. You need to have capital, whether it's your own savings, whether you have help from family and friends, you need to have some capital. You need to have a great team, because having a business is super lonely. And a lot of people don't understand what you're trying to do. So having a partner, a business partner or a team that supports you and gets you is really important. That's number 3. Number 4 is have a plan. That plan may not work. That plan may change every single day, maybe 2 times every day. But in the morning, have somewhere you're going to by the end of the day. So having a plan, day-to-day plan is really important. And also having a larger plan. Like if someone asks you 5 years down the line, where do you see Pet Mama? I will say I want to see Pet Mama in 10 cities, 13 cities. That may not work out. That may happen faster, that may never happen. But at least I have like a larger goal I would like to.
So I heard you say lonely.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by lonely in business?
So a lot of people, and myself included, we're very comfortable in the 9-to-5 job. That is possibly the only source of income that people understand. It's comforting and it's important to have that paycheck at the end of the month. Right? But when you're in a business, you don't earn for most of your starting life, right? And a lot of people don't get that, and a lot of people may want you to stop doing what you're doing and go back to the corporate life or go back to that 9-to-5, and that's when it becomes really lonely, because you end up kind of fighting for your own dream, not just while building the business, but even with your own friends and family sometimes. So it's important to have a business partner or a team that's in the same boat as you are. So when you are swimming those really, really stormy waters, you have people to swim with you.
So my next question to you is, do you think invoking plan B in any case is a symbol of failure?
Oh, absolutely not. Like I've said so far, it's so important to have a plan B, because if you start with only a plan A, you are just setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment. It's important to adapt to succeed. So what you started off as plan A may evolve into a different type of plan A. You might have to just wrap everything up and move to plan B. But I think at the end of the day, it's so important to take care of your own self, your own mental health. It's important to have a plan B, C, D. And that's not a sign of failure. That's just a sign of a very adaptable human being who's okay to fail and who's okay to start anew.
Definitely. So my last question to you is, as a successful business owner, what would you suggest to people who are looking up to you or who are just going to get into this line of startups, like small business owners? What would you suggest to them?
That if you have a dream and if you have a passion, follow it. But don't expect it to be easy at any point. It's going to be tough. There are days you're going to wake up and think, no, this is not for me. But if you really want to do it, you should really work hard. I think people wake up and think they're going to get funding the next day. But it doesn't work like that. You have to build a business first. And also I think these days, especially with startups and tech startups, people aim for the funding before they actually succeed in
have their own portfolio ready. Or even have a business, right? For me specifically, and for my partner, we are building a pet care startup. Right? We're building a company that will deliver reliable pet care to pet owners. That is our mission. Our mission is not to build a multi-billion-dollar.
Or get seed funding. If it comes, well and good. But my mission is to get pet care to pet owners and make their life easier.
Thank you. This was really insightful because it's a very new idea for a business, and so it was great talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, what we have understood is that plan B is never a failure. You know, if not plan A, it's plan B. If not a government doctor, it's a private doctor. If not a film actor, it's a theatre actor. And so on, examples can go far and far and far. If you think that plan A is a dream, plan B is a truth. Well, now that we have come to the end of the segment, we have the 2 best questions lined up for you so that we can do some quiz and you can win some amazing prizes. The first one, that can you really change your plans? And the second one is, can someone really choose plan A over plan B? Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. If you're still not watching all the previous episodes, you can log into www.mapofme.in, be a part of the quiz and watch all the episodes previous done before. Also, do not forget to be a part of the 26-step challenge. So, until then, stay tuned. Bye-bye.
It